Well, the Tin Drum had a very big impact on me when I read it as a college student. I read it when I was maybe not even 20 years old, you know. And it's a kind of stunning book to read. And I think maybe I didn't fully understand it at that time. And I put it aside. I picked it up again 9 or 10 years later and read it again. And I think I had grown up enough to read the book by then. It struck me as one of the books that was a helpful guide to me in the kind of books that I was trying to write. I think maybe The Tin Drum and Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude and, you know, 2 or 3 other books were the ones that really helped me to work out what my writing was going to be like. You know, so it has that very important role to play in my life. I like it that it's funny. You know, I like it that it treats one of the very darkest of subjects, which is the Nazi period, but that it does so with a kind of black humor, which I respond to very much. You know, I like the surreal elements in it. You know, sometimes reality becomes so extraordinary that you need something extraordinary to respond to it, you know, and I think the surreal elements of the Tin Drum are very suited to the material. So I think really the comedy and the surrealism, those are the 2 things. He's an amazing character, Oscar Matzerath, you know, because in a way he's completely unreal, because everything about him is unreal. His decision not to grow, his ability to shatter glass, all these things. And then later on in the book, when he actually does grow, that he grows in a disfigured way, you know. All of that is symbolic and allegorical and so on. But at the same time, he's an enormously powerful character, you know, because he has a very strong personality and some of it is not very likable. He's quite nasty sometimes, but he's very believable as a young person. So you feel that he's a good guide through the world of the book. Great novels should always be read. You know, 60 years is not such a long time for a novel. You know, we still read War and Peace. We still read Ulysses. You know, in the same way, I think The Tin Drum is a novel of that level. You know, and it tells us so much about human nature. It tells us about the worst aspects of human nature. It tells us a lot about history. It tells us a lot about just what it was like to be in Germany in the middle of the 20th century. And it's an enormously engaging book. I mean, it's very attractive to read. You know, so I think it has every reason to survive for not just for 60 years, but for hundreds of years. I don't know if novels change history in a sort of direct way, but I do think that it's one of the 2 or 3 books that are the greatest responses about which it's written about the Nazi period. I mean, I think of, from the American side, there's Catch-22 and there's Slaughterhouse-Five, and from the German side, there's The Tin Drum above all. I mean, there's also, I think, Heinrich Böll's Group Portrait with Lady, but A Tin Drum, to my mind, is the greatest response made by a German writer to what happened in Germany in those years.